Welcome, hero! I am Catherine, also known as Punch Life Back on Twitch, and this is your Beyond Zero tidbit for the day. It's all about self-esteem and how that is the fuel to your authenticity. Thank you, Mario. So, confidence and the courage to be yourself really does come from a healthy self-esteem. And so I guess I want to pause real quick and say, if this is a topic you're really interested in and you think you would like to do some really juicy, deep work around your own self-esteem, I suggest you become a patron if you're not already one, or you become a sub through our Twitch channel, because then you have access to the worksheet. And if you don't want to do that, no worries, because you can always just jot down the questions I'm about to say and then work through it on your own time. All right, So what is self-esteem, right? What is it? It is the belief in your inherent and immutable worthiness. It's a belief that you're worthy. Worthy of what? I'm gonna reveal that in a minute. So, like I said, self-esteem, this belief in your worthiness, helps sustain the courage required to live authentically and really to engage fully with life. Self-esteem is correlated with achievement, good relationships, and satisfaction. And here's the last little bit about self-esteem that I think is so crucial before we really begin, and that's it fluctuates throughout the course of our lives. So we are not stuck with our current level of self-esteem, which is awesome news. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much self-esteem do you feel you currently have? 1 is I'm completely worthless, and 10 is I'm 100% full of worth. I'm so worthy, there's no room for anything else. Okay, so psychology does indeed hold that our self-esteem, or the lack of self-esteem, is directly tied to our personal beliefs around how worthy we are, how valuable we think we are as human beings. And evolutionary theory backs this up. So Mark Leary is a social psychologist, and he developed the sociometer theory, which says that self-esteem is an integral gauge of the degree to which one is included versus excluded by others. So, in other words, our self-esteem is an internal creation based on our anticipation of acceptance or rejection. So, our self-esteem is high when we believe people accept us, and it's low when we believe or think that people reject us or will reject us. So here's the thing, I'm going to put those two concepts of self-esteem together. That it's our belief in our inherent worthiness, and that it's this, anticipation of acceptance or rejection. So deep down, we are all terrified that we aren't worthy of love and belonging, and therefore we'll permanently and universally be rejected. So we put them together. And I'm in the link in the description, to this video. I am going to put a couple links to some Super Soul Sunday videos with Brene Brown and Oprah that are absolutely fantastic. They're super short. They they dig into worthiness in such a quick, succinct, inspiring way that I highly recommend you watch them. So the main takeaway from that first video is that there are no prerequisites to worthiness. We are worthy just by being. We assign prerequisites from our families, our culture, and ourselves. So we inherit them and we give them to ourselves. But in reality, we are worthy just because we are. So what are your prerequisites to worthiness? You want to write them down and have each one start with the words, I'll be worthy of love and belonging when. So for example, I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I'm rich, right? Or here are some other ones these are all my personal ones. I'll be worthy when I have kids. I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I have a master's degree. I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I save my loved one. I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I never make mistakes. I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I always have clear skin. So what are yours? Take a moment to do that. I'm going to keep going on because we got to keep the time for all of you guys that just want to listen. So why does self-esteem matter? And we're going to circle back to the question you're answering in a minute. But why does self-esteem matter? Why? Okay, well, many studies have shown how a strong relationship between self-esteem exists between self-esteem and achievement and positive mental health. So individuals with high self-esteem have a greater enjoyment in life. They have freedom from self-doubt, or more freedom from self-doubt. They have more freedom from anxiety, including social anxiety. They have less stress, and they have more energy and motivation. Furthermore, with a healthy level of self-esteem, you're more assertive in expressing your needs and opinions. You're confident in your ability to make decisions. You're able to form secure and honest relationships, and you're less likely to stay in unhealthy ones. You're more realistic in your expectations of yourself, so you're less likely to be overly critical of yourself and others. And my favorite, you're more resilient. So a common theme for us with Beyond Zero Tidbits is that we create our reality much more than we know or care to admit, right? So our brains are like tiny gods dictating the rules of our universe. We either recognize this reality and take control of the God power and use it in service of our potential, or what do? We deny and ignore the truth and live trapped in a prison of our own making. So yes, we get boosts of self-esteem when others compliment us or praise us, but that is fleeting unless our self-esteem comes from the inside of us too. So self-esteem is an ongoing process. It isn't something we have or we don't have. Remember, it fluctuates. So it is built and rebuilt one moment at a time, one story we tell ourselves at a time. So I want to share some quotes on self-esteem with you, and I invite you to listen for inspiration and write down just whatever jumps out at you, whatever grabs you. You will use these little, these little delightful sparks of inspiration later on in our upcoming exercise. So E.E. Cummings says, once we believe in ourselves, we can risk curiosity, wonder, spontaneous delight, or any experience that reveals the human spirit. Buddha and Sharon Salzberg say, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Jodi Picoult says, when you're different, sometimes you don't see the millions of people who accept you for what you are. All you notice is the person who doesn't. Dorothy Parker says, in youth, it was a way I had to do my best to please and change with every passing lad to suit his theories. But now I know the things I know and do the things I do. And if you do not like me so, to hell, my love, with you. Michael de Montaigne? Or Michel de... It's a French name, sorry. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself. Michael J. Fox? One's dignity may be assaulted, vandalized, and cruelly mocked, but it can never be taken away unless it is surrendered. Ooh. Shannon L. Alder. Every woman that finally figured out her worth has picked up her suitcases of pride and boarded a flight to freedom, which landed in the Valley of Courage. Iala Van Zant? Sorry about the name butchering. Everything that happens to you is a reflection of what you believe about yourself. We cannot outperform our level of self-esteem. We cannot draw to ourselves more than we think we are worth. M. Scott Peck. Until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you will not do anything with it. Nick Sheff. As long as you look for someone else to validate who you are by seeking their approval, you are setting yourself up for disaster. You have to be whole and complete in yourself. No one can give you that. So the second Brene Brown and Oprah video, the main takeaway I want to offer up to you guys if you're not going to watch it is that self-esteem requires courageous acts of radical self-acceptance and vulnerability. So that's what we're about to do. It's time for our power up. How might your life change if you accept the idea that your worth is? that you do not need to change or do anything to be worthy of love and belonging? How might your life be different if you really just believed you were worthy? And stop. No prerequisites, nothing else required. Just by being alive, you are worthy of love and belonging. So that's the first question. Whenever we rely on external things, including people, to give us self-esteem, we deny our immutable worthiness. And in a very real way, we are rejecting ourselves. That, therefore, is causing the event we fear the most. So in other words, when we're out looking for validation of our worthiness, we're rejecting our own worthiness. And rejection, remember, is the very thing that makes us feel like we have low self-esteem. So by accepting ourselves, embracing our worthiness, we begin building our self-esteem from the inside out. So my next question to you is, how do you reject yourself? And then the next question is, how might you take responsibility for your acceptance? So how do you reject yourself? How might you take responsibility for your acceptance? So we're going to go back and look at the things you wrote down earlier that are your prerequisites to self-worthiness, right? Or to worthiness. So I'll be worthy of love and belonging when ... And we're now going to write out an antidote to each of those. So let the quotes that we did a second ago inspire you. And here's a hint, and this is a really good one. So each prereq tells you what you believe you're currently lacking, right? So the antidote statement will reveal how you already have what you thought you lacked. It will reveal how you already have what you thought you lacked. So the antidote will be powerful only when it rings true for you. So I'm going to do the examples from my own life, and then you can do your own. So remember mine, I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I'm rich. To me, the antidote is my authenticity makes me successful. So wealth had to do with success. For me, a lack of success. So what makes me feel successful? Well, my authenticity. There you go. So I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I have kids. For me, that's all about legacy. So my antidote is my coaching makes the world a better place. I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I have a master's degree. That's about not being accomplished enough or not being smart enough. So my antidote is I'm an expert at living fully. I'll be worthy when I save my loved one. My antidote is I love others unconditionally. I'll be worthy of love and belonging when I never make mistakes. Good luck with that one. My messiness is inspiring. I'll be worthy when I have clear skin. I am a one-of-a-kind work of art. All right, what are yours? What are your antidotes? And then we're going to do just a couple more things. We're going to go back to the beginning, and you're going to check in with how you rated your self-esteem on that 1 to 10 scale, and you're going to do it again. So right now, how worthy do you feel? 1 is completely unworthy, and 10 is 100% completely worthy. What would it take for you to move up 1 or 2 more points on that 10-point scale? And once you've got that, you want to turn that into an actionable item or task. The very next thing you're going to do in order to move yourself up 1 to 2 points. And then you want to tell yourself when you're going to do it by. And you want to ask yourself how you want to be accountable. You can always email me at punchlifeback@thematrixguard and share it with me. I would gladly hold that accountability space for you. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this Beyond Zero tidbit. I know, like always, I threw a lot out there at you, but the worksheet is there. You can always watch this video again or email me with some questions. Until next time, stay true and never settle. Mwah! Bye!